Hey everyone, welcome back to Car Flash, the channel where we don't waste your time with dealership rehearsals, we don't parrot marketing scripts, and we definitely don't sugarcoat cars. Here, you get the raw, unfiltered truth about the rides that actually matter, and today, we're taking a deep dive into one of the most talked about performance sedans of 2026. The brand new Audi RS3. This car has always been the wild child of the Audi lineup, the compact sports sedan that punches way above its weight class, and the 2026 model promises to turn the heat up even more. The question is, does it live up to the hype, or is it just another case of clever marketing dressed up with a foreign badge? Let's find out. Exterior. Right off the bat, when you walk up to the RS3, it makes a statement. Audi hasn't reinvented the wheel with this redesign, but it has sharpened every angle to make it look even more aggressive. Up front, you get a wider and meaner single-frame grille that dominates the nose. It's finished in gloss black with honeycomb mesh that looks ready to swallow the road whole. Flanking it are slimmer, more angular LED headlights that feature Audi's new digital matrix technology. These aren't just lights, they're practically works of art that animate when you unlock the car. The bumper has massive air intakes that aren't just for show, they feed cooling to the brakes and engine, giving the RS3 that motorsport-inspired vibe. The hood has subtle creases that lead your eyes directly to those sharp lights, and the whole front end feels like it's crouching, ready to pounce. It's aggressive without being over-designed, which is something Audi tends to nail. Move to the side, and this is where the RS3 really flexes its stance. The car sits slower and wider compared to the standard A3, and those swollen fenders are not just styling gimmicks. They're designed to house wider track widths, which improve handling and stability. Audi offers the RS3 with some seriously striking wheel options, ranging from 19 to 20 inches. With lightweight alloys that let you peek at the optional carbon ceramic brakes. The side skirts are sculpted, the mirror caps are finished in gloss black or carbon fiber depending on your spec, and the window trim continues that murdered out look if you go for the black optics package. From this angle, you can really appreciate the proportions of the RS3A. It's compact, sporty, and muscular without looking cartoonish. Swing around to the back, and Audi has made sure you don't mistake this for an ordinary A3. The taillights echo the slim, sharp signature of the headlights, and they're connected with a subtle gloss black trim piece. But the star of the show here is, of course, the signature oval exhaust pipe. Has two massive tips that are synonymous with RS models, and unlike some brands that fake it with exhaust-looking decorations, these are the real deal. The rear diffuser is functional, channeling airflow for stability, and you get a lip spoiler that adds a touch of downforce without going full boy racer. The stance from the rear is squat, wide, and purposeful. When you're behind this car at a stoplight, there's no mistaking that it's something special. Interior now. Stepping inside the 2026 RS3, Audi has doubled down on the driver-focused cockpit. As soon as you slide into the heavily bolstered RS Sport seats, you know this isn't a regular luxury sedan. The seats can be had in fine Napa leather with honeycomb stitching, or even a mix of Alcantara and leather depending on the trim. They're supportive, comfortable for daily use, and snug enough to hold you in place when you decide to let the RS3 stretch its legs. The flat-bottom steering wheel is wrapped in leather or Alcantara, with a stripe at the 12 o'clock position, reminding you of the car's motorsport DNA. In front of you sits the Audi Virtual Cockpit Plus, a fully digital 12.3-inch instrument cluster that can be customized to show everything from traditional gauges to a track-inspired RS mode with G-forces, lap timers, and shift lights. The central infotainment screen is a 10.1-inch unit with haptic feedback and runs Audi's latest MMI system. Wireless Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, and a premium Bang & Olufsen sound system are available, but honestly, the real music comes from those oval pipes out back. The materials throughout the cabin scream quality: soft touch plastics, brushed aluminum, carbon fiber inlays, and optional ambient lighting that gives the interior a futuristic glow at night. It's a cabin that strikes the right balance between tech, luxury, and raw performance intent. But let's talk about what really makes the RS3 special. Performance. Under the hood is the legendary 2.5-liter turbocharged inline-five engine, an engine configuration that's become iconic for Audi. For 2026, Audi has pushed it to produce around 415 horsepower and 395 pound-feet of torque, channeled through a 7-speed dual-clutch transmission. And the numbers? This little monster rockets from 0 to 60 in just about 3.6 seconds, putting it in the same performance bracket as cars that cost double. Top speed is limited to 155 miles per hour, but with the optional Dynamic Plus package, you can unlock 180, making it one of the fastest compact sedans you can buy. What really sets the RS3 apart is Audi's Quattro all-wheel drive system with torque splitter technology. Unlike traditional setups that just push power front to back, this system can actively distribute torque between the rear wheels, essentially giving the RS3 a drift mode when you're on the track. It's sharp, agile, and confidence-inspiring, whether you're carving up a mountain road, blasting down the highway, or dealing with rainy commutes. The suspension is stiff but not punishing, especially if you opt for the adaptive dampers, and the steering is precise with plenty of feedback. This car blurs the line between daily driver and weekend track toy. As for pricing, Audi hasn't gone completely crazy. The 2026 RS3 starts around $63,000 in the US, which is certainly not cheap, but when you consider the performance, the technology, and the badge, it's a relative bargain compared to rivals like the Mercedes-AMG Class 45 or BMW M2. Of course, once you start ticking boxes for carbon ceramics, premium paint, and the Dynamic Plus package, you'll be knocking on the door of $75,000 or more. But even then, you're getting a car that feels special every single time you fire it up, which is more than you can say for a lot of so-called performance sedans out there. So, what's the verdict? The 2026 Audi RS3 is everything an RS3 should be: compact, aggressive, insanely quick, and fun in a way that few cars in its segment can match. It's not the most practical car in the world, and it's definitely not the cheapest, but if you're someone who values character, heritage, and raw performance wrapped in a daily drivable package, this car makes a very strong case for itself. It's a proper driver's car that doesn't compromise on modern luxuries or daily usability. That wraps up today's review on Car Flash. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the 2026 Audi RS3, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and drop a comment down below. Would you pick this over the BMW M2 or the AMG Class 45? Or do you think Audi has officially won the compact performance sedan game? As always, thanks for watching Car Flash, and I'll see you in the next one.